If a brand pulled up your social media right now without warning, would you be proud of what they see? For most athletes, the answer is no. But not because they're not talented, but because no one ever told them what a brand is looking for when they go searching for your account. That's what we're fixing today. I'm Angelica McDonald, and welcome back to Bracket Your Brand. We're in the first round of 64 of the college basketball tournament, and today we're talking about athlete social media foundation. If you missed episode 1 of this series, please watch that first. You need that first. I'll put the link in the description for your convenience. Let's get into it. Let me tell you something I've seen happen over and over again working with athletes. An athlete has a big game, has a viral moment, name is mentioned somewhere, and they are excited because they think this is the moment. And sometimes it is the moment. But then when we go to look at their social media, it is a mess, a hot mess. Handles don't match across platforms, a profile picture that's not them or something you can barely see if it is them, a bio that says absolutely nothing about them, and we cannot forget the 2 posts on their grid. 2. And here's the painful truth I have to share with them. Brands, agents, collectives, media, even schools, they're not going to wait for you to clean it up. They're not going to see your potential and come back later. They're making a decision in seconds. Your digital foundation is your first impression. And in NIL, the first impression happens before you're even in the run. So today, we're going to fix that. We're going to walk through what your foundation needs look like. And at the end of the episode, I'm going to give away a free social media audit checklist. It's a document you can use to evaluate every account that you have right now. So let's get started. The first pillar is consistent handles across platforms. And I know it sounds simple, but it's not that simple because no one hardly ever does it. Your handle, your username should be the same or as close as possible across all platforms. And I know sometimes that's hard because your name may be taken. So try to get it as close as possible to match across your platform. Because when a brand or a journalist or whoever goes to search your name, they're more than likely going to look for the same name across all platforms. And sometimes the search feature does not just do it. It doesn't just pull up the name. It's going to try to pull up the exact handle. And you just don't want to make yourself hard to find. And your name should ideally be your name or a clean brand name you're committed to. No excessive numbers, no underscores in weird places. And I have an underscore in my handle. It's just not in a weird place. And please, no names that you thought were cool at 14 that you have now outgrown. Athletes, go check your handles right now. Are they consistent? Are they professional? If they are not, change them now. Press pause. Change them right now. Parents, help your athletes search for their names across platforms. See what comes up. See what's inconsistent. This is a 5-minute project that will make a great difference. The second pillar is you need a bio that works. Your bio has 3 seconds to tell people who you are, what you do, and why they should care. 3 seconds. That's how long someone is on your profile before they decide to scroll more, follow, or just plain leave. A strong bio from an athlete includes your sport, your position, your school, your classification, graduation year, any achievements or rankings that you received that are relevant, one thing that makes you unique or interesting beyond your sport. And if you have one, a link. That's it. You don't need a paragraph. You don't need emojis everywhere. You need clarity. And quickly. Here's the difference between a weak bio and a strong bio. A weak one would be basketball, guy first, grind don't stop. What did you learn? A strong one would be point guard at State University, first gen student, mental health advocate, represented by one of them tells a brand everything they need to know at a glance. The other one tells them absolutely nothing. And that link in your bio, it should actually go somewhere intentional. A link tree with your social media accounts, your professional email address for business inquiries, your player profile, and your media kit if you have one. We'll actually talk about media kits in episode 5, but for now, just make sure the link exists and works. Athletes, rewrite your bio today using this formula: sport plus school, one personal differentiator, business email or link. Read it out loud. If it sounds like you, and tell someone who you are in 3 seconds, you're good. Parents, read your child's bio right now. Pretend you're a brand manager who knows nothing about your child. Does the bio tell you who they are? Does it make you want to learn more? If not, sit down with your athlete and rewrite it together. The third pillar is a profile picture that looks like a brand. Your profile picture is the first visual a brand sees. It needs to look like you took it on purpose. That doesn't mean you need a professional photographer. That means no blurry photos, no group pictures where you're cropped in, no middle school photos that don't even look like you now. The standard I recommend is a clear, well-lit photo where your face is visibly clear, you look like you, and the background is not distracting. Action shots from your sport could work, but only if they're high quality. A photo that makes you look like you're building something is better than one that makes you look like you're posting because someone told you to. And this is something I say especially to my clients who are HBCU athletes at smaller schools or in smaller programs, even my high school athletes. You don't need the budget of a Power 4 school to look professional. Natural light, a clean background, and a good camera phone is all you need. What matters is intention. Does your photo say, "I take this seriously"? And I'm for real about the camera phones. Actually, the quality of some camera phones are way better than even professional ones. So don't take that for granted. Athletes, look at your current profile picture. Does it look professional? Does it look like you or you from 2 years ago? If the answer is no, take a new one this week. The fourth pillar is your content archive, which is everything you've already posted. And this one's sensitive because a lot of athletes have years of photos on their accounts that were never meant to be a part of their professional brand. Old opinions, old photos, things that were posted that just don't reflect who you are today. Here's my straightforward advice. Do an archive audit. Go back through your posts. I want to say especially the last 2 years, but depending on how long you've had social media, I say go through all of them. Archive or delete anything that could be a liability. This isn't about being fake or hiding who you are. It's about understanding that the internet is permanent and brands will look. How many people you know that someone goes and finds an old post and it comes back to bite them because it just doesn't reflect who they are today? And brands will think content that's offensive, divisive, or just plain embarrassing is a reason to pass on you, even when the athlete is talented. But on a positive note, if you have great content buried in your archive, unarchive it. Can't tell you how many times my athletes archive amazing posts because they didn't think it looked great, or they just it wasn't their vibe, even though they got plenty of engagement from people and a lot of comments. So put your best foot forward. You've worked hard both as a student and an athlete. Your content should reflect that. So athletes, set aside an hour this week to go through your archive audit. Archive anything you don't want a brand to see. This is not optional. This is actually one of the most important things you can do before you start to pitch. And parents, I understand how this could be a little delicate. You don't want to seem like you're trying to control who your child is, not as a criticism, but as a business decision for their future. You're not asking them to be someone else. You're asking them to be strategic. And one more thing before we wrap this episode, and this is something I want both athletes and parents to hear. You do not need to be on every platform. I see athletes spreading themselves thin, trying to maintain Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube's, Snapchat, everything. And none of it is done well. Pick 1 or 2 platforms to focus on first. The best choice depends on your personality and where your audience naturally lives. If you're a visual athlete, sports that look great on video, high energy highlights, then maybe TikTok or Instagram will be great for you. If you have a lot to say, opinions, analysis, storytelling, maybe X or Threads or YouTube may be more of your lane. If your school has a strong NIL presence on a particular platform, you may want to factor that in too. Master one before adding another. A strong presence on 2 platforms beats a weak presence on 5 any day of the week. Okay, that is our first round of 64. 4 pillars: consistent handles, a bio that actually works, a profile picture that looks like a brand, and a content archive that doesn't hurt you. These are the basics, but basics are exactly what most athletes are missing. I put together a free social media audit checklist. You can find the link in the description box. Download it. Athletes, use it. Parents, go through it with your athlete and come back for episode 3 knowing that your foundation is going to be solid. Episode 3 is going to be all about content, how to actually show up, how to build an audience, and how to do it without burning yourself out. You don't want to miss it. If this series is helping you, please share it. Send it to a teammate, a coach, a parent that needs to see this. And if you're ready to stop figuring this out on your own, if you want a real strategy that is built for your situation, I do one-on-one strategy sessions. You can find that link in the bio as well. And I'll see you in the second round.